Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel, and welcome to all of the new followers. I have a couple of things I want to talk about today. First of all, I'm in a DIY contest. It's actually called the DIY Hero. It's been live for about 1 week now, and I'm currently sitting in first place in my group as of this morning. So thank you to everyone who has supported me and who's gone to vote. The second thing I want to talk about today is I'm learning watercolor. I have never officially taken a watercolor class, and I'm signed up for one. It starts this coming Friday. It's about a 6-week course, and I'm hoping that this new skill becomes part of my regular bag of tricks for being an artist and going out and about town and painting what inspires me. I went out and bought some supplies for the class. I got a nice tackle box to hold everything and did a few modifications inside there, but I got some new paint and I got some new brushes and I got a palette that I think is going to work well for me. And I decided to just try a scene yesterday and just try out watercolor and see what I learned from it. But this is not a watercolor tutorial. This is just for me to learn, to explore, to see how the paint reacts on the paper, how the water affects it, value study, more or less water for more or less value, things like that. I took this image about a week ago with the river running through this kind of passage between buildings and trees. This wasn't about perfecting the scene. It was more about learning how the water and the paint works on the paper and how different modifications to each can affect value and saturation, things like that. I'm going to jump in here for a minute and just kind of assess where we're at. So again, this is my very first time really doing this for real. And there are some things I like and some things I don't like. The things I like what's happening with the water and the texture here and this darker part of the reflection of the building. But what I'm realizing is that I went too fast and too loose. I really should have blocked this whole thing out perhaps in one color and let that dry and then start layering on top of it. Because what I'm finding is that I've lost my window color, like the kind of more off-white with a little bit of blue in it. I've had to go darker because I put too many washes on it. So this isn't totally where I want this to be. So lesson learned on that, which is fine. I'm having a big learning curve on value and getting the right value in place. I think these values are too dark. So I need to work on my value study and get the bigger shapes in with probably bigger washes first, and then start going back and do the detail work. And I found that actually this brush is really nice to use. I didn't think I would like it as much as I do, but it's actually quite nice for this big swathy stuff. And I've been using this one and this one quite a bit, and I'm finding that I'm not getting the effects that I want with these, so I think I might need to, again, kind of work on my technique of using the bigger brushes, this one and perhaps this one, to get the shapes established first and then go back in the details. But moving on, here we go. I'm gonna call this one good for today. But a lot of lessons learned here, a lot about the building and how easy the colors kind of go from one to the next. Not happy with my trees. I'm kind of happy with them, but I want to work on that technique a little bit too. The water, now that I'm seeing it dry, maybe it's a little too contrasty, a little too much in there, but hey, gotta start somewhere. So hopefully this will become part of a series of doing some watercolor landscapes around my area, and I'm glad you're coming along for the ride with me. I'm hoping to revisit this painting in a few weeks when the class is over, and hopefully my technique has improved during that time. So thank you for watching. Again, I'll put the link to the DIY Hero contest in the video description below. I very much appreciate your vote. I very much appreciate your support. Thank you to everyone who has already. And I look forward to this month making more art and more things in the shop. Thanks again. We'll see you soon.